too overwhelming, so I started running. It stopped being fun and making myself numb isn't helping. I got to learn to deal with the way I feel. If this is reality, don't know what I expected. Just for a moment, I can't put this down.
Hi friends, it's Nathan, a first-year pharmacy student at the University of Waterloo. Welcome to my channel and welcome back to my channel. Every time I film a weekly vlog, you already know it's going to be a busy week. I wouldn't be filming a weekly vlog if it wasn't going to be crazy and hectic and emotional. Hopefully not, but it tends to come out emotional every time. I've taken you guys on these journeys before and I'm doing it again. To give you a little overview of what's happening this week, today is Monday. Wednesday, I have an exam on minor ailments that goes over common conditions. Thursday, I have a practical exam, so I'm going to be in the lab making suppositories and ointments, and I'm going to be graded on that. Friday, I have another exam on health informatics. On Wednesday and Friday, I have 2 doctor's appointments. I have to go in for a tuberculosis skin test. I don't have tuberculosis. Please don't think I have TB. It's a requirement for all pharmacy students. And then Saturday, I'm going back home. And then Sunday, I'm getting my COVID shot dose number 2. So just your run-of-the-mill average week for us students, right? It's gonna be a crazy week, but I think I'm gonna enjoy vlogging it because I love to bring you guys and show you the highs and lows, hopefully more highs than lows of a college student. So I'm gonna get started with some work. I need to do a lecture on the gastrointestinal system for anatomy. Now, this is not pertaining to any exam. However, we still have classes during exam week. Those don't just disappear, so we need to stay on track and cue the time lapse.
Crazy. Lately I'm in hazy. Oh, and I've been praying someone will come and save me. The birds are flying south. I'm frozen in my doubt. Got no way to go from here, so I'll stick around. Just for a moment, I can.
We're done the lecture. The lecture wasn't bad at all. The gastrointestinal system, I've kind of gone through it in high school, so the main ideas I knew, but like obviously they went more into detail and those were like new concepts, but overall, not a bad lecture. Probably not the best lecture to have right before lunch because, you know, as you progress down the track, it eventually gets to, yeah. But I don't care because I'm so hungry, so I am going to eat lunch now. So this is my lunch today. It's broccoli stuffed chicken, which is great because there's vegetable and protein, some ketchup, and look at this, it's so cute. It's like ready-made rice and you just microwave it, and there's your meal.
Down, baby, just for a moment, drown these voices out. Slow burn, mind is a world away, and I'm not gonna come back.
So you just saw me using my daily planner to schedule today and tomorrow. Now, because my exam is on Wednesday, I had to do backtrack scheduling. So that means figure out what I need to go over today and tomorrow to allocate my chapters in order to be prepared for Wednesday. I'm gonna do one more lecture. This one's gonna be on medicinal chemistry, adrenergic agonist and antagonist. That's a mouthful before I start studying, so let's get to it.
Anyone else, and I don't wanna come down and be by myself. Slow burn, stay here and watch the flame. Now I'm focusing on all my breathing, floating on.
I'm feeling a mental breakdown coming. This lecture is so hard, and it's like we're looking at like this graph and diagram and it just doesn't make sense, and they're going over alpha 1, beta 1, beta 2, and they all sound the same and I can't like wrap my head around it. It's not good.
Feeling burning sage. Maybe that was clever.
So I'm a little bit delirious right now because I probably spent half an hour on this one slide. However, it's finally making sense. I think my issue was because it was a diagram explaining how the receptors affect heart rate, blood pressure, and because I didn't understand the receptors and what they did, I wasn't understanding it holistically, so there was that disconnect. So I just had to really get to the bare bones, make sure I understood every single little detail, and then once I understood the details, I could look at it and see its application. But yeah, I'm kind of exhausted from this one slide, which is actually the halfway point. So I'm going to take a break, go for a stretch, a water break, washroom break, and then go back for part 2. But yeah, like I'm glad it finally makes sense, but it's like the process to getting to the making sense is not pretty. I finished my lecture and I'm now just packing up. It's 5 o'clock and usually I do stay until like 6:30ish. However, I recently started like working out, at least until like the gyms can open up again. So I do home workouts and I'd rather get that done earlier than later. So that's why I'm going home a little earlier. And plus I have to make an involved dinner. So I'm making like pasta with tomato beef brisket, so that's gonna take a little bit of time. So I don't wanna get home too late. And yeah, so I will see you back at home and after my workout, because if you think that I am filming me doing push-ups, yeah, guess again. So I will see you in a bit.
Now I'm feeling better, even though I know that this feeling won't last forever. I tapped into a space.
Okay, workout is done, looking a little bit more sweaty now. It was a full body workout, so just holding up the camera right now, like my arms are kind of in pain, but heart rate 126 beats per minute, so it definitely was a productive workout. Definitely achieved what I wanted to achieve. I'm feeling good right now. I'm going to start studying now and end this clip because my arms are getting really tired. It's finally time to start studying for this exam. So the game plan for this minor ailments common condition exam is not to actually like study, but to just review content. So I've been really good with this course in the sense that I've been keeping up with it. I've been studying alongside the lectures. So a lot of the material I already know and understand. It's just a matter of refreshing and making sure that I don't forget important concepts. The exam covers the first 6 weeks of the curriculum. I'm going to be going over weeks 1 and 3 today, then weeks 4 to 6 tomorrow, and that should leave me prepared for Wednesday.
I found my escape that I can come back to anytime I want. Just for a moment, I can put this down. Just for a moment, drown these voices out.
So here is my dinner. It is spaghetti with tomato sauce, braised beef brisket, carrot, and green beans, and this will be meal prepped as well for my lunches for this week. Eating dinner now while watching WandaVision. I do have a confession to make. The beef brisket, I did not make that on my own. I don't even know how to make it. My mom made this, and if you know from my previous vlogs, my mom likes to pack ready meals. So she'll make a whole bunch of dishes, freeze them, and then I just take them out of my freezer and add them to rice and pasta, etc. So I definitely can't take her cooking for mine. The beef brisket is the star of the meal, so creds to her. It's really good. I'm just gonna continue eating while watching my show. Meal prep king. We got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah, slow.
You know what my greatest flaw is? My ambition. The fact that I thought I could go through 2 classes of lectures, study, and finish editing a video. Spoiler alert, I didn't get to finish studying everything that I wanted to study, which is not ideal because that was like the main priority because of an exam coming up. However, I'm not stressing about it because tomorrow I only have 1 lecture to do and it's a short class too, and I can make up time. However, I am editing a video right now because it's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, that's my upload date. And this is my study with me. You guys wanted a study with me so badly, so I finally did one. Hopefully exporting doesn't take too long because it is a 2-hour study with me. My laptop will go into overdrive. It'll start heating up and it'll sound like a plane taking off regardless. But yeah, just gonna quickly edit this and then call it a night.
Mind is a world away, and I'm not gonna come back for anyone else. And I don't wanna come down and be by myself. Slow burn, stay here and watch the flame.
I'm about to export my video and it's 18 gigs. Okay, here goes. Do you guys hear that? Please tell me you hear that. That's my laptop literally doing the absolute most to try to get this video exported. But I think I'm just gonna go to bed and let this video export overnight, and then I'll upload the video onto YouTube tomorrow morning. My internet's really fast, I'm not worried about the upload time, it's just exporting takes a long time. So I will see you all tomorrow morning.
Now I'm focusing on all my breathing, floating on this feeling, burning sage. All my problems and doubts, I'm gonna figure it.
This morning has not been the best for me, and I've been very stressed. Basically, last night I left my laptop to export my video overnight, and then in the morning I would upload it to YouTube. Everything went smooth, like not an issue. And then I realized that I forgot to edit a clip out. So now there's an error in the video. So it's 8 o'clock and I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'll just export a new one. It'll maybe take like 3 hours. Like I'll still be able to make my 11 a.m. upload schedule. I was like, okay, that's fine, it's fine. And then I export it, and like halfway through, so an hour and a half, I realized, well, I didn't realize, my laptop told me that I'm out of space. So it canceled, and therefore I don't have time to export it again onto my hard drive. That's an issue, but I realized that YouTube has an editor feature where I can literally just like manually clip out a section. So I did that, but that takes processing time, and hopefully it processes in time for 11 a.m. because I don't want to change that schedule. I want it to stay consistent, but we'll see. I didn't end up making my 11 a.m. upload time, which is really frustrating because I take so much pride in consistency, and for 7 weeks it's always been Tuesday at 11 a.m. and it's something that you guys look forward to, and I feel like I've let you guys down because there's no video. Like it's still going up later in the day, but I don't know, it's just something about having a video at 11 a.m. that is what I take pride in, and you guys know that from me. And the worst part is it's a careless mistake on my end. If I had double checked the video, it would have been uploaded at 11, but because I was careless, it wasn't. So I've just been kind of sat here moping around, like what else are you supposed to do when you're disappointed? But I just have to snap out of it and get to work because I have so much work to do. But I'm sorry guys, I'm sorry. My meal preps lunch while replying to some comments because my video is finally up. I don't know where the time has gone today. I feel like I've barely done any work. It's just not a good day, I guess. I think I'm not in like the study mood because of the late upload. And I'm just kind of upset at myself because I let that happen, and that put me in a bad mood. And then now I just don't really want to study. Like I would much rather be just watching Netflix and calling it a day, but I have an exam tomorrow, so I need to study, and that's non-negotiable. So I'm just trying to like shake it off and just like do what I need to do. Yeah, it's hard, you know, like you guys always say, yeah, I'm super productive, but not every day is productive, and I do have bad days and life gets in the way, and I'm just gonna like try to get into the zone and get working because that's what I do best, is study. So hopefully that just takes my mind off it.
At another time, this moment is mine, this moment is mine. If I remember to breathe, then just let it be. It's part of the design.
I'm walking home now. I finished up to around like 65% of studying. I still have like another 30% to do, which I will do tonight. I'm just gonna go home, do a workout and shower just to kind of get me back up to my normal self, because nothing is more refreshing than a shower when you're not feeling yourself. So hopefully that will get me back up to speed.
It's okay to not know everything. Mind is a world away, and I'm not gonna come back for anyone else. I don't wanna come down and be by myself. Slow burn, stay here and watch the flame. Now I'm focusing on all my breathing, floating on this feeling, burning sage.
after a little reset of working out, taking a shower, eating, and then now just sitting here as golden hour happens, my mind is a lot quieter and a lot more calm. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys that I'm not productive every single hour, and there are so many like influencing factors that can affect your mood and your productivity level, so we're all human. The plan is for the rest of this night, I have like everything ready. So I have some grapes, frozen grapes. I have lemon citron water, and then I'm just gonna cover the last couple of lectures that I need to cover. It shouldn't be a late night. I don't anticipate it to be. If I start now, I can get it done in a reasonable amount of time. And it's just gonna be a calm vibe. I think there's no need to be super stressed out for this exam, because as I was even going through the previous content, a lot of it was just coming back to me. It's very intuitive, so I'm not too stressed. But again, you never know, because sometimes profs like to throw in trick questions and make things exceptionally hard. And there is case-based questions, so those can be a little bit tricky and like iffy sometimes because you don't know which is which. And also, my prof really likes to do the select all that apply kind of questions. Those kind of mess you up. No, I feel good. So I'm just gonna go through the last couple lectures and grind it out.
Now I'm focusing on all my breathing, floating on this feeling, burning sage.
I'm just winding down for bed. I have a little bit of admin stuff to do before I sleep, but I just wanted to quickly tell you like this thought that came to my mind when I was studying. And basically in grade 11 bio, a group of students came to do a presentation and they all introduced themselves, and one guy introduced himself as a pharmacy student. And then in that moment, everyone in my class looked at me and did a little bit of like an acknowledgement, like nod or wink or whatever. It was like everyone in my class knew that I had a goal of becoming a pharmacist. For some reason, my subliminal brain wanted to remind me of that memory. So I feel like that's my brain just trying to give myself some motivation. And it's just funny how like our subconscious is able to do that. So I'm just gonna go to bed with that thought in mind, but I will see you tomorrow morning. I feel all right for my exam. Let's fingers crossed it goes well. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning. It is a beautiful day. I'm sitting outside on a park bench right now in front of the health clinic building on campus. I have to get my tuberculosis skin test today. I'll explain that in a second, but I had to walk through campus to get to this building, so I thought I would show you a little tour of the University of Waterloo. So enjoy my super beautiful and modern campus.
17, we're growing up, sneaking red wine in a paper cup. We saw the world so differently, talk about things we'd never be. 17, we're still so young, waiting outside for you to pick me up. Driving so fast we couldn't see, everything changed so suddenly. I moved to Brooklyn, you begged me to stay. I never called cause you thought that I'd change. We both went back on the pact that we made, but you're all I know. You came to visit, but
I hope you guys enjoyed that little tour. My school is so beautiful, and you saw that like new building being created. I just can't wait. It's gonna be like a new student life center. So there's gonna be like a rock climbing wall. There's gonna be more study spaces, studio spaces. I'm sitting in front of the clinic right now, waiting to get my skin test. Now I'm gonna show the actual process of it because I know there's a lot of pharmacy, pre-med, nursing, just I guess healthcare STEM students watching my videos, and I thought it'd be cool to show you what the process looks like. I will do a trigger warning in case you don't like needles, so I'll just let you know when you can skip to if you don't want to see it. It's a step 2, so I already did my step 1, which was last week, and then I'm gonna do my second part today. So I'm just gonna head in for my skin test. So they asked me to wear this like double mask. Basically how the TB skin test works is that they inject like a fluid into the skin and it sits there, and then after 48 hours, if there's a reaction, it's positive. If there's not, then there's no reaction. So I just got done with the shot, and as you can see, it's an intradermal injection, meaning it sits at the top layer of the skin. It will eventually subside, but if there is a reaction in the 48 hours, it's positive. If there's no reaction, then it's negative. There's a little bit of blood just because it's an injection, but yeah. Walking back home now. Honestly, the process was just so easy and so smooth. Thanks for the shot. Feeling good. So I have my exam at 1, so when I get back home, I'm gonna do a little bit of last minute studying, and then we're gonna take our exam and then start studying for our next exam. You came to visit, but I found someone. This is my post-exam face. That exam was so long, 2-hour exam, and I knew it was gonna be long going into it, but like mentally it was long. The amount of stamina what was required to keep going question after question was taking a toll. Like halfway through the point, I was like, oh, come on, Nathan, you got this. A lot of the questions were case-based, meaning they give you a patient and they tell you what their signs and symptoms are, what medications they're on, if they have any conditions, and then you have to decide on your therapeutic care plan. So how are you going to treat this patient? What product are you going to prescribe? Looking at a patient profile is a lot of information because they just give you bam, 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 everything, and then you have to really decipher what is important, what is a red flag. You really just need to know your content and really apply it. I think it went all right. There was one question that I changed at the last minute. 20 seconds on the countdown and I changed it. And after I looked at my notes, I was like, yes, it paid off and I ended up choosing the right answer. And that's honestly one of the best feelings in the world. Like, just happy with the overall result. So looks like this 3-day exam streak is off to a good start. I'm gonna eat lunch now because I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. And after eating, I will give you the rundown of what's gonna happen tomorrow with my practical exam and how we are gonna prepare for it. But let me eat and I will see you in a bit. It's always really difficult to study for your next exam after you just finished an exam. But we can't complain because we chose to be in this program, we chose to pursue this degree, so just gotta suck it up. So tomorrow I have my practical exam for pharmaceutics. Now, pharmaceutics is all about the making of medicine, drug dosage forms. For tomorrow, I need to make 2 drug products. I need to make an ointment and a suppository. Well, not a suppository, multiple suppositories. And it's in a formal setting. So I go in, no talking, I'm at a lab bench, I make my products, and then I leave. So how I'm gonna prepare for this exam is I have my previous labs that I've done, and these are like mock labs, ungraded, just for us to learn the techniques, and I'm gonna study these. Because there's no resources allowed, it's essential that I memorize the procedures, I understand the calculations, I know the drug's role, their solubility, all that information to make sure I don't make any errors. If I was to make an error, if the drug product was out of range, so less than 90%, greater than 110%, I would get a 0. Or if I incorrectly labeled my drug, I would also get a 0. So in that sense, it is a little bit high stakes because careless mistakes could essentially end you up with a 0. And we don't want zeros. So I just gotta make sure that I'm being really careful and diligent. And it's so important that I do well on this practical because this acts as a buffer for my theory exam. Now, the theory exams are always harder than a practical, so if I can do really well, this will bring my mark up because the theory exam most likely will drop my mark a bit. It's kind of just playing your strong suit, and I did really well last term for pharmaceutics, so hopefully I'll follow suit, but enough talking because it is getting late. The day's almost gone because of the exam I just wrote, so we're gonna get started with prepping. I couldn't wait cause I thought you moved on, but you're all I know. I'm tired of running. If I wasn't to record this, you wouldn't even believe it, but my calculator, who has served me so well since grade 9, died on me today. I was trying to work out an equation, and I like reach over to my calculator and then I click on. It's not turning on. So just my luck that my calculator fails me right before an exam.
Running from the things that we knew, had to lose it all just to know that it was you. I'm tired of running, no, 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 I'm tired of running. Tired of running from the things that we knew, had to lose it all just to know that it was.
We are at the halfway point. I finished studying ointments. I still have suppositories to go through, but truthfully, I'm really tired. The exam this afternoon really took a toll on me. It was a very strenuous exam and my brain and my body wants to sleep. Yeah. So I'm gonna wash my face and just give myself some energy and then go in for suppositories. I am pretty nervous for this, and I know I was really cheery at the beginning of studying, and I feel like we always are really cheery. We're so motivated in the very beginning, and then we go through it and we're actually like, oh, we don't know as much as we thought we did. Or like, I think as I'm going through the procedures and everything, I realize how sensitive these drugs are and how like small errors can cost me the entire exam. So that's just really scary. I don't really want to think about having those errors because the more I think about it, it's just going to be a thought. It's going to be in my head and I'm going to probably make those errors if I just keep thinking about them. So I'm just going to try to cast it out and just think smooth, perfect procedure. It's going well. I have the ingredients, you know, everything step by step. I'm just trying to envision it and manifest it, but just wake myself up and I'll give you an update when suppositories is done. We're done prepping for this exam. 5 pages worth of lab planning. Now, if you know what essay plans are, think of it like a lab plan. Essentially, we know kind of what ingredients we're gonna get, and because we know what ingredients we're gonna get, we can plan accordingly. So I've gone through every single case, and because I know the methodology, I'm able to apply that to whatever they throw at us in the lab. That's kind of how you have to approach practical labs. But it's midnight. I'm finally gonna go to bed. Tomorrow I will be waking up early because I need to go over this. I have to just make sure that everything is committed to memory, because if it's not, then it's all for nothing. So I will do that tomorrow morning, but until then, good night.
Someone